The church, I hope everyone's having a great time with our chronological Bible reading plan. Today we're starting in the book of Leviticus, which is fantastic. Now, when the people came out of Egypt and they passed through with a wall of water on each side, they came carrying everything they owned. They had a bunch of wealth that the Egyptians had given them. They had their flocks and herds. But aside from what they could carry, they didn't have anything else. They were a purely nomadic people. They had no schools, they had no markets, they had no police. They were living in tents, using spears and bows and swords. We're coming to the end of the Bronze Age. They had no churches, and we're reading about them getting their first priests and their first scriptures. They're following a pillar of fire and smoke, which had to be something awesome and beautiful to behold. For the next 400 years, they are going to be a theocracy, and God himself will teach them how to work, how to rest, how to play, how to relate sexually, how to eat, and how to worship, how to relate to the holy God. He will give them meaningful rituals that will continually remind them who they are and who he is. When it talks about clean and unclean here, it's not referring to hygiene, it's referring to ritualistic purity. That I'm walking in the fear of God, I'm walking as his child. This is what life is like under the rule of a merciful, holy God. He is not a dictator, but he will teach them how to have a proper fear of their creator. Now, we will see how Aaron gets consecrated as high priest. Aaron was Moses' older brother. He was the one who did all the speaking. And his two sons, Nadab and Abihu, will also get consecrated as priests, but they're immediately going to get careless. It says they burned a strange fire before the Lord, and they themselves immediately got burned up. We want to fear God, and if we have fear, that will go hand in hand with joy. You know, if you go to the zoo and look at wild animals, you can enjoy drawing close to them. There's an iron fence there to protect you. If you climb over that fence, you're going to go play with the lion, you're going to get hurt. Nadab and Abihu tried to climb over the fence. God had set up these rules and these rituals like an iron fence, and they got careless and they got killed. If you follow the rules and pay careful attention, fear goes hand in hand with joy. You can enjoy a roller coaster ride for that reason. You can enjoy playing in the powerful ocean waves, riding the rapids. You can enjoy worshiping one who is infinite in power and in holiness and in grace, the one who spoke 2 trillion galaxies into existence, the one who commands the dawn. We can draw close to him in worship and simply bask in his glory. So if you have questions about any of these rules as you're reading them, get on your knees and ask him. Ask him specific questions, how and why these rules were to be followed. I say that because Psalm 1 tells us how blessed is the man who doesn't walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the path of sinners, or sit in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and his law he meditates day and night. It's talking about this law, Leviticus, Deuteronomy. So let's keep reading, meditating, asking and seeking and knocking. Romans 12 says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that you may discern by testing what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. Let's keep reading. Let's pray and ask questions. And I hope to see you all on Sunday.